Good evening, YouTubers. Welcome back in to another edition of Astros Recap. David Artis back here. It's Sunday evening, 10:48 p.m., June 30th, 2024. So I am back at the house here. Move the lighting to my right. I think it already looks better than, where it was previous. Also the fan over here to my right as well. Can't have the fan on there, so I have my other fan here. So if you hear background noise, that might be it. Did not plan to actually do this podcast here. Plan to do it back at the radio station, but 12:40 first pitch. About a 3-hour rain delay. Game didn't end until around 6:30 tonight, so that's why it took so long. But I'm here. I've checked this mic. I'm hoping the sound quality is good. I'm hoping it's not. Even when I have this mic going, it's always a crapshoot whether it's too low, too high. I try to check these things, but there's always seems to be an issue. So, hoping it sounds pretty good tonight, and the lighting I think does look better. I actually tried the light over here, right here, right there. That light, yes. And I was able to turn the fan off, but that lighting was even worse. Like, you couldn't see my face. Anyway, you don't need to look. You can just listen, to be quite honest with you. But good week for the Astros, 4-1. So, obviously a weird week because you only played 5 games. Off day Monday, off day Thursday. They take care of business, beating the Rockies up pretty good. Tuesday, Wednesday, off day Thursday. And you go into Queens, New York, playing the Mets. Lose Friday. I actually got on Friday after the game, after the 81 game mark, right smack dab, halfway through the season, to give you my report cards. So we did that. Off a loss, but bouncing back, big comeback win Saturday, down 6-1. Astros scored 8 unanswered runs, 5 of those in the 8th and 9th innings of that game to get a big comeback win. And then today, bullpen game, Sean Dubin was great. 3 1/3 innings, didn't even allow a hit. I think he walked 3 guys, struck out 2, but I mean he did the best you could have hoped for. And the bullpen roll call did pretty good. Seth Martinez not very good, giving up the 2-run double there in the 5th or 6th inning, whatever it was, and then Abreu giving up the game-tying 2-run home run. And then a long rain delay, and you get to extra innings, so only guy that didn't pitch today out of the bullpen was Josh Hader. And the only reason he didn't pitch is he actually was coming in the game to pitch the 9th inning, but then they brought the tarp out, and you had to wait almost 3 hours, so he wasn't going to come back out to pitch, so they had to sort of go through him, but they used everybody else in the bullpen. So, concerning part of the game today. First of all, you get the win. The big 5-run 11th inning. Astros showing that they can put up runs in extra innings, at least today. Brings a record up to 4-6 in extras. I don't know the extra inning record last year, but I know it wasn't good. And at least they're sort of figuring it out a little bit this year with sort of the ghost runner thing going on. They did score a single run in the 10th, blew that, but really breaking at the bats in the 11th to get the win. Big RBI single. Chas had the RBI single in the 10th, but in the 11th, I think it was Jake Myers RBI single, Joey Loperfido 2-run single, Trey Cabbage 2-run double to score the 5 runs there in the 11th, if I remember that correctly. So, but everybody came in. I mean, it was Sean Dubin for 3 1/3. I know Brian King came in to get 5 outs. Seth Martinez allowed the 2-run double there in the 6th inning, I think it was, and then it was Abreu, the 2-run shot there in the 7th. Press had a clean 8th. And then you had Taylor Scott, I think, pitching the 9th and 10th. I'm trying to think exactly what he got through. Came in the night. I mean, it had to be Taylor Scott for 2 innings, I think. No, hold on. Ninth and 10th, Taylor Scott. I want to say he got through 2 innings, and then Luis Contreras finished it off. I'm going to double check that here just to make sure I'm right. But a big roll call of pitchers in a bullpen game, as to be expected. The box score here. Yeah, Taylor Scott, he got 6 outs, 2 innings. Walked a guy, struck out a guy, gave up the run. It was unearned because it was that ghost runner. Yeah, Martinez and Brea were the two that struggled in this game. So everybody else was fine. Yeah. But was not feeling great about this game, to be quite honest. I know I'm talking about today's game, so skipping a lot here. But the offense did good there late, obviously. 4 early runs off Severino. Thought they were having some pretty good at-bats to go up 4-0. Blowing that wasn't good. But after the rain delay, I really felt bad about the Astros' chances in this game. Just going to extras, that's just normally how you feel. But they were able to have the big 11th inning to get the win. But to go back, just real quick, Rockies series. First game, 5 runs first inning, and then they sort of rode that to victory. So that was all the runs they scored. They pitched well. I want to say it was a Hunter Brown start. Let's see if I go back here. But Hunter Brown, I want to say, got the win. It's 5th. He's 5-5. He was great again. I don't take a lot of stock in playing the Rockies, obviously. 6 runs, 2 hits. Walked 3 guys, struck out 7, no runs. And then Taylor Scott, Seth Martinez. Even a little, Seth Martinez, little, I don't know. Gave up a run there. Presley, Hader gave up a run. Also struck out the side, but 5-2, can't complain. I went to the game on Wednesday. They really broke out, I think, in the 7th or 8th inning with a 4-run inning. They were up 2-0 at that point, so adding the 4 just put things out of reach, made things more comfortable late innings. So, but you did what you were supposed to do. The Mets, who have played really good baseball of late, going into their city and taking 2 or 3, especially after losing Friday. Big comeback win Saturday. I just mentioned everything that took place here today. Friday game, it was a Ronel Blanco start. Bregman made a crucial error that made his line a lot worse than what it should have been. Like, he gave up 6 runs. 3 of those were unearned. The Astros didn't necessarily win that game, but that error definitely put things out of reach. So there's that. Team as a whole, though, first time all year, over 500, 42-41. So they got a lot of. They don't have an off day this coming week. They've had so many off days, I feel like, in the month of June. I'm just counting them up right now. They had 5 off days in the month of June. That's quite a bit. Of course, you'll get more off days coming in July with the All-Star break. So look at the schedule here. But I'm only seeing 1, 2 off days, 3, I guess. And then you get the All-Star break. So we'll see. A full week coming up. Feels good to be where they're at. They're actually both. So they've climbed all the way back to now 3.5 back in the division. They're also 3.5 back in the wild card, so it's the same scenario. But the Mariners haven't set the world on fire. They've struggled playing the Twins this weekend, losing 2 or 3, I think. After winning Friday, losing the last 2 games, they've just struggled, it seems like, to really distance themselves. And the Astros have played better baseball, so it's a combination of the both. But, they lead the division at 47-39. The Astros are lucky to be playing in the AL West. If you were in the East or the Central, you'd be probably about 8 games back at this point, or something close to it. So, yeah. Be looking at more of a wild card in that situation. But, yeah, Astros have climbed themselves out of the hole. Now it's about, you've gotten back to 500. That's the first step, first goal. Now it's about getting yourself back into a playoff spot. And they've been getting better and better. The Rangers won today, but they had lost 6 prior to today. They're 8 back. You have a 5.5 game lead. I think that's 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 4.5 game lead over Texas. So you've distanced yourself from them. Like in the wild card spot, talk about jumping all these teams. The only team ahead of them, there's 2 teams to the third wild card spot: Boston, Kansas City. And Boston's played pretty good baseball, better than I would have thought. But you got the Twins, you got Kansas City and Boston ahead of you. 2 of those 4 teams will occupy wild card spots. So it's not like you got to jump. A week or 2 ago, you had to jump Texas and Detroit and Toronto and Tampa Bay. You've already done all that. So good chance you got to keep playing winning baseball. You got Toronto coming up for 4 here. Got to get this podcast uploaded tonight. So I did one, actually, back at the radio station. Quick one, very, very quick one. But the sound was so... The quality wasn't bad. The volume mic on my mic here, it I don't know. I've got to test this thing, and it's just I don't know why it's such a struggle. But yes, that's why this is my second one. First one, you got to turn up the sound all the way to hear it, and even then you still probably can't hear it. So I had to redo it. Again, injury front, still no word on Verlander. You'll be looking after the All-Star break on him. Same thing with Tucker, no big update. Did hear Luis Garcia is already in Corpus Christi getting ready to make a rehab start, so he might be back before Verlander and Tucker at this rate, so he's on a speedy recovery. I think he already made one rehab start down at the spring training complex down in West Palm Beach, Florida. Well, he pitched like 2 innings, and now he's moved up to Corpus. He might get a start there. Start with the Sugarland Space Cowboys. We'll wait and see. But he's going to be here. I mean, again, I think Tucker, when he can start walking again, I mean, the last update we got on him is he was hitting off a tee. That's it. I don't know if he's running or doing any baseball activities. Haven't heard much. But he'll need a rehab assignment to play at least a few games. I would imagine Verlander is going to need... The thing with Verlander, stiff neck. Do you really need... I have no idea. It's so hard. It's a big guessing game when it comes to Astros injuries because they tell you nothing. They give you nothing, and when they give you stuff, it's super vague. It's always discomfort, and you just never know what you're getting. So it's hard until these guys are back or until they're on rehab assignments. I can't even really make up dates on when I expect them to be back. But the fact they're doing this without Tucker, who was their best hitter before he got hurt, Verlander, not their best pitcher per se. I mean, I don't trust Valdez. He's stunk on Saturday. Hunter Brown's probably their best guy right now. Ronel Blanco, of course, but Hunter Brown, and Spencer Getty. Jake Bloss, another guy. I think I read on Twitter, scheduled for a rehab assignment on Saturday. I could be wrong there, but I believe I heard someone say Saturday. I don't think that was yesterday. I think that's this coming Saturday. Not exactly sure on that. But Bloss, once he's good, and this was a minor, we think, again, the Astros never know. Minor shoulder inflammation was his diagnosis. But he'll definitely be back and get another shot, I think, to start once he's healthy. And he probably beats everybody back in terms of Luis Garcia, Justin Verlander, Lance McCullers, who I don't even like to mention because I'm still not convinced he'll ever make it back. But, I mean, you're rolling with 5 guys. That's why you went bullpen game today. I don't know what they did. They're going to have to do another bullpen game or call somebody up because they don't have any off days this week. So you'd have to find somebody to fill. Sean Dubin did great, and he got you 10 outs, and you're only expecting 2 to 3 innings. He actually got you into the 4th, so you have to like what he gave you at least today. So it could do the same thing, but again, you used all your bullpen pitchers today. So tomorrow, Hunter Brown's got to give you some length. So Yeah, I wasn't going to talk for a bunch tonight. That's about all I got for you. If I missed anything, comment section below. Always love to hear your thoughts. Also, you can go back if you missed the Friday podcast. I gave each player a report card grade. I'd love to hear your thoughts on whether you agree or disagree. Always all ears in the comment section below. But I will wrap things up here. I'll plan to do this back at the radio station next Sunday, after they get 4 here with the Blue Jays, 3 with the Twins. After that, the Twin Series, well, both these series are big, but that Twin Series, that's one of the teams you're sort of trying to track down in the wild card race. And they took 2 or 3 from the Astros about a month ago at Minute Maid. So it'd be nice to go there and take 2 or 3. So trying to think here. But yeah, that's about all I got for you. Lineup looking good. I mean, Yonder Diaz has looked better. Jake Myers has looked better. Pena, I'm hoping, is going to start to get going here. Bregman's doing just fine, I guess. I think he fell off a little bit. Had a big hit, though, on Saturday to tie and take the lead on his base hit there. Singleton had a big day today. Loperfido finally got 2 innings at first base when he came in to pitch a run. Loperfido's looked pretty good. He had a big 2-run single in extra innings today. So people are contributing throughout the lineup. I do have to say that. And pitching, all things considered, is holding up. Bullpen looking good, but again, still not convinced with Ryan Presley. I still need to see a larger sample size. And just when you think of Abreu as sort of the guy, he proves otherwise. It's still just a revolving door. When you get to that 7th inning with a lead or a tie game, it's still 50-50 whether you keep the lead or it's not solid in the late innings like we thought it would be. And we're now into July tomorrow. So for half the year, it's been this just not, yeah. Anyway. You get it. It's not comfortable. Late innings, tied, up a run. When you turn to the 3 guys in the bullpen you thought were going to be shut down all year, it's been everything other than that. But yeah, I'll wrap things up there. I'm coming up 18 minutes. Again, all the good stuff on YouTube. Like the video, share it, and we'll talk to you next Sunday. So I'll wrap things up.